Welcome back to BIM Heroes Radio. This is episode 14. This week, we're focusing on the first week of the business development program.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It is.
So much good stuff packed in there. Think of this deep dive, by the way, as your cheat sheet.
Okay.
Anyone going through the program on www.binhero.io, we're going to pull out the golden nuggets, from all the articles and the participant workbook.
Perfect. And I think we're doing this deep dive because understanding business development, especially in AEC, is like having a superpower.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned pro.
Absolutely. This is the key to, not just surviving in this industry. This is how you thrive.
Okay, so let's dive right in.
Yeah, let's go.
We're kicking things off with Yara Oweiss' article all about defining business development in this world of AEC.
Yes, and what's really interesting is how she breaks down the industry itself. AEC, it's not this one big thing, right?
Right.
It's this dynamic collaboration between architects, engineers, and all those construction professionals, each with their own, perspectives and challenges.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think she makes a great point about that, how business development in this world is not just chasing every client that you can.
No.
It's about strategic growth, right? Being really intentional about who you work with and how you grow your firm.
That's it. Understanding the market, even anticipating what client needs are before they even realize them.
Wow.
And becoming that trusted partner that they can always rely on.
And I love how she emphasizes a client-centric approach. Figuring out what makes your firm so unique.
Yes.
And then using that to build trust.
Mm-hmm.
Win those dream projects.
Yeah. This raises a great question for all of you listening right now, too. What is your firm's, unique thing?
Yeah.
What makes you stand out?
What's your special sauce?
Yeah, exactly. And another key takeaway from Yara is that you're not in this alone. Business development is not a solo mission. This is about collaboration.
Oh, for sure.
Right. Getting everybody on board, from the leadership all the way down to, those folks on the front lines, everyone working together towards shared goals.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
It really does.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. I want to bring in Russ Monrose's perspective here. His article is a bit of a wake-up call, I think, where he's reminding us that, the old days of just shaking hands and grabbing a pint to win business, those days are gone.
Yeah. Those personal connections, though, they're still really important. But in today's AEC world, you need structure, right? You need well-defined, sales and marketing strategies.
For sure.
And you can't forget about innovation either.
No.
It's imagine, a toolbox.
Right.
Full of, different tools for all kinds of jobs.
Right.
Knowing which tool to use when.
Exactly.
So marketing, right? That builds the initial, visibility and that trust. Then sales comes along and they nurture those relationships and then they turn those into, projects.
Yes. Yeah, totally. And then there's that innovation piece too.
Yeah, and that's where things get really exciting because Russ is talking about things like BIM and VR and sustainable construction, all those elements that really help your firm, stand out and attract those really forward-thinking clients.
And he gives some really great examples too. I was thinking about Skanska and how they're using, green building techniques to attract all of those eco-conscious clients.
Oh, that's a perfect example.
Yeah, so it's they're not just building sustainably, they're really using it as a key part of their business development strategy.
Exactly. And then how about Turner Construction? Have you seen what they're doing with BIM and VR?
No, tell me.
Oh, man. They're leveraging all of that technology in their client presentations to create those immersive experiences.
Ooh.
It's incredible.
So it's not even just using the technology, and about how you use it to tell the story.
Yes.
To really showcase your firm's capabilities and build that trust.
That's it. And here's where Russ's perspective gets even more interesting. You ready?
Yeah.
He talks about this feedback loop.
Okay, now I'm intrigued.
Between sales and marketing and innovation.
What is this feedback loop?
Okay, so picture this. The sales team, they're out on the front lines, right? Gathering all this valuable information from the clients. That information goes slant into the marketing strategy, which then helps them refine their messaging and target, the perfect audience.
Got it.
So it's this constant conversation between departments, right? Making sure everyone is a ride.
Yeah.
And then that refined marketing strategy, it informs the firm's innovation efforts, making sure that they're developing solutions that actually meet the client's needs.
This is blowing my mind.
Right, so it's this like constant cycle of staying relevant, staying ahead of the curve, which is so important.
In this industry especially.
Especially in AEC, it changes so fast.
All right.
Okay, ready to change gears again?
Yeah, hit me.
Let's talk goals.
Okay.
ALShimaa Allam, her article on setting business goals, and she makes this amazing point that goals aren't just for companies, they're for you too.
Oh, that's so true. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day, and you kind of lose sight, I think, of where you're headed.
I know, right? So goals provide that focus, that connection between all those like daily tasks and, those big picture dreams.
Right.
And ALShimaa really breaks down how goals keep everyone aligned. They create that accountability. They help you make better decisions.
I like it.
And of course, we can't tall goals without the SMART framework.
Of course not.
Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound.
It's like a roadmap, right, for success.
It is, and ALShimaa emphasizes how using that framework takes those, kind of vague wishes and turns them into, like, steps you can actually take.
I love that. So, like, turning on your GPS.
Yes. Suddenly you know exactly which way to go.
I love that. And the way she explains, too, the relationship between the short-term and the long-term goals, it's perfect.
Oh, tell me about it.
So the short-term goals are like those little stepping stones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Helping you reach those bigger long-term destinations.
Oh, I love that analogy. So good.
And it makes it less daunting, too, I think, when you break it up like that.
Absolutely. It keeps you motivated, keeps you moving. And remember, she ties all of this back to personal development.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So if you align your goals with your company's goals, you're ensuring that your growth is helping the company grow too.
Everyone wins.
Everybody wins.
Okay, so we've talked about defining business development in the AEC world, the roles of sales, marketing, and innovation, and even setting those SMART goals.
Right.
But there's one key piece we haven't even touched on yet. The participant workbook.
Oh, yeah, that workbook. And it's not just there to look pretty.
Right.
It's designed to help you, take all those amazing insights and put them into action.
It's like having a personal trainer, but for your business development skills.
I love that. And one of the first things this trainer asks you to do is define your leadership vision.
Okay.
Like, what do you hope to achieve by leveling up your business development game?
So are you hoping to land bigger clients or improve project outcomes or maybe even grow your professional network?
Yeah, all of that. This exercise helps you get crystal clear on your why.
Your motivation, right?
Exactly. Why are you investing in these skills in the first place?
It's powerful stuff.
It is. And the workbook, it also encourages you to think about, the ripple effect.
Okay.
How will becoming a better leader in business development benefit your team, your organization, maybe even the whole AEC industry?
Thinking bigger than just ourselves.
Exactly. And then there's a section I find particularly helpful, capturing key takeaways and then developing like actual action plans.
So it's not just about passively absorbing all this great information. It's about applying it to your own work.
That's it. And there's even this handy table where you can jot down, like a concept that really resonated with you and then brainstorm how you'll actually apply it and set a timeline for taking action.
So this is where the rubber meets the road.
Yes, turning insights into action.
I like it. Now, to really push you outside your comfort zone, the workbook throws in a couple of practical challenges.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love a good challenge.
So what kind of challenges are we talking about?
Okay, so the first one asks you to take a real-life project or maybe like a recent client interaction and apply a specific concept from the course.
Oh, interesting.
So you break down the situation, explain what you'll apply, and then outline, your desired outcome and timeline.
It's like a mini case study.
Right, a chance to like test drive those new skills in the real world.
Put it to the test.
Yeah. And the second challenge is all about inspiring your team.
Okay.
It's about sharing what you've learned and helping your colleagues level up their business development game, too.
It's like a chain reaction of business development awesomeness.
Exactly. You're asked to identify, who you'll involve, what strategy you'll use, and what benefits you expect to see.
So becoming a champion for business development within your organization?
That's the goal.
I love that. But let's be real for a second.
Okay.
Sometimes we try something new, and it doesn't go quite as planned.
Yeah, that happens.
Does the workbook address that at all?
Of course. It includes these sections for feedback and reflection.
That was good.
Like, it encourages you to think critically about what worked well and what could be improved after you apply those concepts.
So it's a continuous learning process, right?
Always. It's not about being perfect. It's about being open to learning and growing.
I like that. What about, so if you're feeling extra ambitious, I heard there's something called the BIM Heroes Challenge.
Oh, yes. This is where you use the tools and strategies from the course to, like, achieve a measurable result, and then you document your success story.
So putting your money where your mouth is.
Exactly. And the best part is the top submissions, they get featured in the BIM Heroes Hall of Fame. I know, right? And they're showcased in upcoming newsletters, too.
Oh, that's awesome. Talk about bragging rights.
I know. It's a fantastic incentive.
It is. And even after you've, officially completed the course, there's a post-course reflection section.
Oh, yeah, to keep those wheels turning.
So it's about making this a lasting change.
Not just a temporary boost.
I see.
It asks you to think about which strategies you're most excited to apply, any challenges you might face, and how all of this learning can improve your, professional outcomes.
So it's about embedding this knowledge into your everyday work life.
Exactly.
I love that. Now, the workbook doesn't stop there, does it?
Nope. It also includes a feedback form template.
Okay.
And encourages participants to submit their success stories.
I love that.
It's all about giving back to the community, helping others learn and grow.
It's the BIM Heroes way.
It is. So you can see the participant workbook is more than just an add-on. It's a vital part of the whole business development program.
Yeah.
It's the bridge that connects the theory and the practice.
It sounds like such an invaluable resource. Where can our listeners find this workbook?
Just head over to www.bimhero.io. It's free to download, and it's a great companion to the articles and the discussions.
Perfect. Before we move on to the final part of our deep dive, I think it's important to take a step back. Look at the big picture.
Okay.
This week's content really drives home the point that business development is so much more than just tactics or techniques.
Oh, yeah, it's a way of thinking. It's a mindset.
It's about approaching your work strategically, always thinking, how can you add value?
Right.
Build those strong relationships and really drive growth, not just for yourself, but your firm too.
Absolutely. It's about being proactive, not reactive.
Right.
Anticipating those client needs, identifying opportunities even before anyone else sees them, and positioning yourself as a leader in the industry.
I love that. You also have to be comfortable, I think, with embracing innovation, whether that's in the form of technology or more efficient processes or even new ways of thinking.
Totally. And don't forget about collaboration. It's so important.
Oh, for sure.
Both within your company and with those clients and partners.
Yeah, building that network.
Exactly. Building that network of support and expertise.
I think this week's content has really laid a solid foundation.
It has.
For understanding those key principles of business development, specifically in AEC.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, it's up to you to take those insights and turn them into action.
That's right.
This is a journey.
It is.
Not the destination, right? There's always something new to learn.
Always.
Another perspective to explore, another goal to achieve.
So true.
So stay curious, stay engaged, and keep pushing those boundaries.
I love it.
But for now, let's bring it back to Russ Monrose.
Okay.
He has some powerful closing thoughts on the program itself, and we'll wrap up with our own concluding remarks.
Sounds good.
So join us for the final part of this episode. Okay, so we're back for the final part of this deep dive into week 1 of the BIM Heroes Business Development Program. And we have covered a lot of ground, haven't we?
We really have.
From those, fundamentals of business development and AEC, all the way to the nitty-gritty of sales and marketing and innovation.
Oh, yeah. And that participant workbook, don't forget about that.
It's a good one.
That's your roadmap, Nano, to really putting all these insights into action.
Absolutely. So let's hear from Russ Monrose now. He has some really great closing thoughts about the program itself.
Okay.
And then we'll wrap things up with some of our own key takeaways.
Sounds good.
So Russ, he really hits home, I think, the transformative power of this program. Right?
Yeah.
It's not just a quick fix.
No.
It's this, carefully curated 12-week journey.
It is. It is.
Designed to give you a 360-degree view of business development.
It's like a masterclass in, becoming a business development superhero.
I love it.
Each week builds upon the last. It's all these layers of insights from those industry leaders and experts. And by the end, you'll have the tools and the knowledge, to not just survive, but to really thrive in this, crazy, ever-changing AEC landscape.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I think, too, what Russ is saying is it's not just passively listening, right?
No. You got to get in there.
It's about actively participating, right?
Yes. Engage with the material. Share your thoughts. Connect with those other participants. It's about stepping outside of your comfort zone, asking those tough questions.
Right.
Challenging that status quo.
Yes.
That's where the real learning happens.
That's when the magic happens.
Exactly.
And he also encourages us to, really embrace all the different perspectives that come with this program.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Everyone, brings their own experiences, their cultural background, their own journeys to the table.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so enriching.
Yes.
We get to see these business development challenges and opportunities through so many different lenses.
It's really cool.
It is. And it's, I think a powerful reminder that we're all in this together.
Yeah.
Right? Working towards this common goal of just elevating the whole AEC industry.
Yes.
And Russ's final message, is so clear. It's like, make the most of this program.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just consume the information, internalize it, apply it, share it with others.
Yes.
Become that business development champion within your own firm. Inspire your colleagues, help shape the future of the industry.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Right.
So I think as we wrap up this deep dive, into week 1 of the BIM Heroes Business Development Program, it's time to reflect.
Yeah.
So what have we learned? Business development in AEC, it's about so much more than just landing those new projects.
Oh, yeah. It's about nurturing those relationships, staying ahead of the curve, constantly innovating to really meet the evolving needs of our clients.
Yeah, no, I absolutely. It's about bringing all of those things together, sales and marketing and operations, and putting them under one unified business strategy.
It is. It's about using technology to streamline those processes, create amazing client experiences and gain that competitive edge.
Yeah, don't forget those SMART goals too.
Oh, yeah, for you and your organization.
So I think a big takeaway here is that, embracing that digital transformation, it's not even optional anymore.
Yeah,
it's essential.
Absolutely.
But I think, too, a big takeaway, and maybe even the biggest takeaway, is the power of collaboration, both within our companies and across the industry.
I couldn't agree more. And so, we encourage you to keep exploring all those amazing resources, all the articles. They're available on www.bimhero.io. Go deeper, put that workbook to work, and connect with those other BIM heroes in the online community.
Yes, and don't forget, please subscribe to BIM Heroes Radio so you don't miss any future episodes. We're on YouTube and Spotify.
We'll be back next week, too.
We will.
With another deep dive into week 2 of the Business Development Program.
Until then, remember, in the world of AEC, we're more than just professionals.
That's right. We're heroes.
Go forth, be bold, be innovative, and as always, be a hero.